So the real basics are have no fear, just ask questions, figure out the other person's comfort zone and complexity. Have questions ready to ask people. When they ask you a question, just please don't answer with a yes or no. You need to expose your complexity, your energy, your interests. You may not need to do that in the first 2 minutes and overwhelm someone, but you need to begin to expose who you are. You need to follow up, follow up, follow up. Relationships are not made in one date or one interaction. Follow-up is so important, and make deposits to every relationship. When you need something, and this is something that I constantly try to get better at, be clear about what you are asking. What do you want? I just want to meet your contacts. Okay, that's not very helpful. I need to meet someone who is in this industry, or I need to meet someone who could introduce me to. So being very specific when you want to make a withdrawal is important. And I would say thank you, thank you, thank you. That just, again, reinforces a relationship. I'm going to quickly go into tips. I like to cook food, and so recipes are important, and recipes are tips. You don't follow recipes exactly because you might not have the right ingredients, etc., but you share constantly tips amongst those who like to cook. So this gets back to center of influence. Forget macro trends. By that I mean I've heard recent graduates who want to network with me, they call me up and say, well, you know, it's difficult for a college graduate to get a job now. That is like so totally wrong, bad way to begin a conversation. You just need one job. You just need to think positively and not just say, oh, making excuses for myself, it's hard to find a job. I'd also say do things like hang out with people that are employed, not people that are unemployed, except those that can positively reinforce you so you don't get into a spiraling cycle. Really important in today's world is if you write it or photograph it, it will be discovered. They say Snapchat goes away. I just don't believe it. There's bits and bytes out there with that photo. Decide on how you will use each social media venue. For me, I use Facebook for family and close friends. I use LinkedIn connections only if I know the person, but I'm very open to getting to know people. And on Twitter, I'm pretty open. The exceptions would be if it's anything that the ones that just say I can get you 35,000 Twitter followers, or the ones that are anything expletives, then I don't want to follow them or have them follow me. And then I use Twitter to meet up at conferences or other events, and I can explain how in the Q&A. And I use Twitter to keep track of articles to retain and then share. And once I see a link and it's a topic that I know I have friends interested in it, I tweet it, and then I always have that link on the as a Twitter. I would say never forget other people's birthdays or life events. These matter. It's amazing. In my entire career, if you send someone a birthday card, they remember you. If you send someone a unique New Year's card and write thank you on it, they remember you. If someone dies or someone's relative dies, to send a sympathy note or card or email even, it makes a huge difference. You're touching people at their value, their level of values, and express your thanks in a variety of ways. And I would say one other thing, realize there are people behind each post and each tweet. When I started using social media, 7, 8, 9 years ago, at first I thought, oh, well, this is just devisers. I didn't know who they were or whatever. But then you realize there's a Caitlin who's actually doing the postings and doing the writing, and that you can form a relation with Caitlin and volunteer to do a webinar or whatever. So those tweets and posts are made by people, and you can reach out and form those. So my advice is make more deposits than withdrawals, and be true to yourself.